guys? It's Anthony from Hawkeye Rides here at Furman Ford, Clearwater, with Dimitri's, the salesperson of the year, to go over a couple of Rangers.
Anthony, thanks for coming. I really appreciate it very much. We're going to have two Rangers here. One of them is going to be a Lariat, and one of them is going to be an XLT. Anthony is going to go over it with you, and you're going to check it out. You're going to like it.
So on these two versions, you're going to see a little bit of difference between the XLT package. This one does have a upgraded grille, opposed to this one is going to be more plastic. You're going to get your tow hooks both on the front. This one has your appearance package on top. This one also has your tow package that is included. You do want to get the tow package installed through the dealership whenever you do them, so that way you can get the full capabilities of the 7,500 pounds of towing these vehicles can do. They did do the blacked out wheels. It doesn't have the blacked out package, but you do have the Ford Performance package. This is a boxy look truck, and that's what they're known for as well. I'm gonna look at the XLT now, show you the difference on the side profile. So as you can see the difference, this would be more of your standard alloy wheels. If you did do the black appearance package, this would be blacked out, this would be blacked out, this would be blacked out, the grille would be blacked out as well. Another significant difference in the XLT is you're going to get all LED daylight, headlight, tail light, fog lights. On the XLT, you're going to get your halogen bulbs for your headlights and for your fog lights. You will get LED tail lights. I think Furman Ford did an excellent job the way they did this one. It's really macked out, this 4x4. You got the dual tips for your exhaust pipes. They're blacked out, so it really does give a nice look to the aesthetics. This one does also have your front and rear sensors in the vehicle, along with the towing package. Whereas on the XLT, they did leave it a little bit more standard. You still are going to get those reverse sensors and front sensors in the vehicle. And again, just the side profile, you can tell this is a 4x2, no tow packages installed. So the bed on this one, it's also really nice because they lock now. So if you lock the car, you will not be able to open up. And that's what all the auto industry is more or less doing now. So that way you don't have to worry about anybody, messing with your stuff. So opening it up, very easy, effortless. This is a 5-box. They do have the extended cab, which will give you a little bit bigger of a bed liner. This one does have the plastic bed liner. This one does not have the bed liner. However, they got the leather cover. In between the wheel wells, you have about 45 inches, which is nice and wide for storage space, even if it is a smaller bed size. So another cool thing that is nice, they also have these 3 lights that turn yellow when you're opening, unlocking the car or whatnot. Engine in performance is going to be identical, 270 horsepower, 310 pounds of torque, all pumped out of this brand new 2.3 4-cylinder EcoBoost 10-speed automatic transmission with the shiftable select. Gas consumption is going to be about 1 mile to 2 miles difference on the 4x4 opposed to the 4x2. So you're going to get about 20 to 24, give or take. You're going to get about 21 to 26, give or take, for the 4x2 opposed to the 4x4. Entering into the 4x4, it's going to be an 8.9-inch clearance. This one also does have a little bit of a upgraded suspension in it as well. The 4x2 is going to be an 8.2-inch ground clearance. So getting into it is going to be a little bit of a jump up, but it's not bad. Headspace in the vehicle, really good as well. Now, a couple things I wanted to show is the door panel. You can fit literally a notebook, couple of drinks, Gatorade size. You're not going to obviously fit a big gulp, but it's really good in that perspective. Storage, even if you have like a phone holder, you still have sufficient space here. You got more space here, and the ports are very easy for charging accessibility. And then even in the glove box, just to show you the depth, I actually put in my pod there to show you how deep it really is. So I mean, storage, they just do an immaculate job in this compact type truck. And you're going to get the B&O 10 speaker audio upgrade, 8-position power seats with lumbar support, contrast stitching in the vehicle as well. This one is a 4-wheel drive. They do a really good job with some cup holders there and some storage ports. They have a couple of USBs and 2 12-volt chargers. This one does have dual climate control. This one is the 8-inch upgraded Sync 3 infotainment screen. And then looking at it here, you have your climate control settings. Very easy. You can just kind of push it like that. Simple. You can go into your audio. which this one does have the B&O audio sound system, which is the upgraded one. Full navigation on this one as well. Just click onto the navigation. You'll see we're here in Clearwater, Florida. Different applications that you have in the vehicle, your Sirius XM, and, you know, obviously to add your device for Bluetooth in your settings. And just kind of going over it really quickly, you have different functionalities here. Just slide over, shows you some more functionalities here. Slide over again, and then, you know, you do have the ambiance lighting, which is really nice. You can just click the home button here, and it'll just take you straight back home, show you the navigation. This one also does have the Wi-Fi, so you do have a wireless router in the vehicle. I do like how the navigation is over here and the functionality for your steering wheel here, so you can change anything that you want into these settings. Now, going over on this side, you have your RPM, different settings to see your speedometer there, your tire pressure, average speed, distance. We usually like to leave it at the RPM, which is really nice because it actually redlines a little, right around 6 or a little bit over, going 130 miles per hour in this Ford Ranger. Going into the rear, you're going to have a couple of cup holders in the door panel for your storage space here. Contrast stitching in the door, contrast stitching throughout the seats as well. Do a good job with that. A couple USBs, 150 volt, and this is basically your home type plug. Little storage area for a cell phone or whatnot there. You also have some more storage behind there. The seats do lift up, so you just pull this little lever here and then pop it up, and then you have a little bit more storage space here inside underneath the seats. And then if you want to put the seats down, you have a little lever here. It is only on the passenger side. Pull it up and the seats do fold down, so you have some more storage space. You do also have the capabilities of getting the Ranger without having the back seat, so you'd have more storage space. In the XLT, this one is a cloth upholstery. Again, you do still have the storage bins for your doors. This one does not have the upgrade sound system. Cloth upholstery with contrast stitching through it. There's still about the same comfort level. It is a manual to move the seats. It does have a lumbar support as well. Going inside, you'll still get the 2 USBs and 2 12 volts. You're still going to get that 8-inch infotainment screen. This one's more of a silver dash here. Otherwise, you'll still get the same, more or less, gauges here. You're just not going to necessarily get the adaptive cruise control unless you pay for that package. And then in your cluster here is different. You only have the one screen instead of the dual screen as you saw in the other one. In the rear of the same segment, you get a couple of areas for your cup holders there. You got that cloth upholstery still. You're still getting the 2 USBs and your house charger here, and you still get that little port here. Same thing again, just pull this little lever. Very easy. It's a little bit heavier, I would say, with the cloth than with the leather seats. They seem to be a little bit more firm and beefy inside. So we're gonna sit inside to see the difference in the quality. So sitting inside the 2020 Ford Ranger with the fully loaded leather, it is a comfortable sit for the driver wise. Headspace is really good. I'm gonna go into the back seat to see as well. I have the seat back pretty decent, so yeah, you can fit easily 5 people in this cabin with absolutely no problems, and that's being over 6 foot tall. So entering into the XLT, I actually, you know, between the leather and cloth, it's really a toss-up, because sitting inside it, like the cloth, you kind of mold a little bit better to the seat, whereas the leather, you kind of sit up a little bit, so you actually seems to have a little bit more clearance for your headspace. Let's see how the rear is. So just going into the rear to see the difference. I'm imagining it's going to be a little bit of difference too, but we'll see. So on the rear, it's a little bit more cramped, I will say, and I think it's because it seems that they add a little bit more material to the seats in the rear for the back bench. The front bucket seats are relatively the same, but they do seem to have a little bit more cushioning in the seats. Now to let you hear that nice beefy 4-cylinder EcoBoost turbocharged engine. So So with this 2020 Ranger, it's going to run you around $38,000, $39,000, which is not bad for an MSRP considering all the bells and whistles that you're getting. So now we're in the 2020 Ford Ranger, and this one is more or less fully loaded. I didn't see any features that it is missing. There are packages that you can obviously add. The other thing that I didn't notate is it does have the heated seats as well in this vehicle. We are kind of doing a little off-roading, and pretty comfortable for the most part on that. I mean, you're obviously going to feel a little bit of bumps because you're in a truck, but you sit kind of high up, which is good as well for this segment model. So pretty impressive with the way it handles and everything of that nature. Getting it up on the interstate, this is a very torque happy car, which is excellent out of a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It just shows you the engineering that they put into these vehicles. Because if you have a 6-cylinder or an 8-cylinder, you can obviously get 3, 4, 500 horsepower. To get 270 horsepower, 310 pounds of torque is very impressive, especially with the gas consumption that you're getting. With the 4-wheel drive, you're getting about 21 miles per gallon and about 24 to 26 miles per gallon, give or take. You will lose a mile or two getting the 4x4 opposed to the 4x2. But ride quality is really good, super quiet for this boxy vehicle, and it's just really impressive because you would anticipate, because you're a little higher up, being about 8.9 inch ground clearance, you would really expect to hear some wind noise. They really do a good job, you know, blocking all that out. And then giving it a little gas from 0, not tire happy at all. You can hit a higher note, very nice exhaust note as well. So I mean, it's just a very clean redesign. I mean, I know that they came out in 2019, not a lot of changes in the 2020. However, you don't really need to change much in this segment. They just do a really good job in it. Now to show you that reverse, and just to kind of show you how we're doing it, I kind of made it a little bit of a tight park, so that way I can show you that, you know, the beauty about buying these type of vehicles opposed to a bigger truck, which, you know, if you're ready for the bigger truck, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But if you're kind of nervous, this is definitely a vehicle you can get your feet wet, because as you can see, the reversing in it is very easy, very clean. And the screen is actually really nice too, because we have the sun, as you can see it reflecting here. It doesn't actually hit it. They do a nice job with this lip. It literally blocks all that sun from the screen. So even if the screen wasn't the greatest resolution, which I know it is a higher resolution, it's still going to look really clean. Did a great job with that. And I like to thank Furman Ford here in Clearwater and Dimitri's for giving us this 2020 Ford Ranger for our car review. Don't forget to comment, subscribe for more. Like always, thanks for watching Hawkeye Rides.